So we might have gone and done it. We have signed Youssoufa Moukoko on a permanent deal, or will be signing him on a permanent deal, which is a good bit of business. Is costing us a little bit more. I think it's 44 million up front, plus about another 10 afterwards, so it's costing maybe 4 or 5 million more than our 50 million agreed, but it's what we needed to do to get it over the line. The problem is, he has been awful since mid-December. He's literally been the worst footballer on the face of the earth. The highest rating is a 6.7 against Brentford. I don't know whether he's just stopped shooting. He's not really shooting, is he? When you actually look at it, he's basically had 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shots. He's had 10 shots in all of those games. That's ridiculous. Also in January, there was a bit of a mass exodus of players leaving. Adam Armstrong has left, signing for Eintracht Frankfurt. £11 million for this. Decent bit of money. Teemu Pukki also going over to Germany for £1.6 million, signing for Werder. Pion Sisto, who spent most of this season and a bit of last season out on loan in Japan, has signed for Sochi for £9 million. That's a lot of money for a player who wasn't good for us. Romain Perraud has also moved over to Germany for £11.5 million. And Lianco has moved to his native Brazil to sign for Palmeiras for, I'm not even sure how much, 7, 8 million? 13.25 million. A lot more money than I thought it was. We've had a bit of a mass exodus. Partially, this was to fund the whole Youssoufa Moukoko deal. But we have been busy on the in front as well. Felix Nemeka has joined from Wolfsburg. He's cost £1.5 million, and I've immediately loaned him back out. I brought him in because he's young, he's part English, because I don't know if he's born here, but he's certainly part English. He was born in Hamburg, but he played a lot of football for Manchester City. He didn't play for City, you know what I mean? He was in the Manchester City. He had a contract in Manchester. That's what I'm trying to say. We've also signed Inaki Peña from Barcelona for probably too much money, but he's come in as our backup goalkeeper. He's technically our third choice goalkeeper because we didn't sell Jonas Omlin, and we still have Gavin Bazunu at the club who didn't go out on loan. So we've now got 3 pretty decent goalkeepers. This is a type of player that I think Southampton will sign in a couple of seasons. Taylor Harwood-Bellis, signed from Man City, spent a few seasons out on loan, Anderlecht, Stoke and Burnley. He has cost us not a lot of money, £6 million, potentially going up by another £250,000. He's good enough to play for us now. He's that good, and he cost us £6 million for a 22-year-old English centre-back. That is a superb signing. We've also brought in Harry Winks for £700,000 because he was out of contract at the end of the season. I tried to do this in the summer, and they wanted £6 million, which I thought, you know what, I'll do that, because we paid that for Ryan Yates, but he wanted £120,000 a week. He's now cut his demands in half. He's on 50 grand a week. It's still pretty steep, but we paid 700k for him. For £1.1 million, we have signed Antonio Blanco, a 23-year-old Spanish midfielder from Real Madrid B, technically. He was out of contract in the summer, but we basically decided to bring him in a bit earlier to try and get him into the squad. He has been playing, coming off the bench a few times. I think he looks pretty good. And finally, we've got ourselves another superb-looking youngster, Paul Wanner, an 18-year-old Austrian footballer. He can play as a winger, central midfielder, or a left-back. He's going to be playing left-back today. We'll get to that in a minute. Basically, he has come in similar to the Blanco deal. He was out of contract in the summer, brought him in as soon as I can, £1.6 million for an 18-year-old. He's only just turned 18 as well. This could be a brilliant piece of business. So that's all the business that has happened in January, although if we take a look to the right-hand side, we have gone on a mass loan exodus. We have a loan army now. Andrew's gone out to Chesham, Brian Waugh to Cambridge, Cameron Bragg to Bolton, Charles and Hartness going out on loan. Namdi Collins been recalled from Bournemouth, sent out on loan to Stoke. Any other big ones? Kenneth Emmanuel to Notts County, not a bad bit of business there. We've also sent out Sam Amo Awayo to Rochdale. What else? Jimmy J. Morgan, Thierry Small. Thierry Small going out on loan might not have been a good idea. Also, Dynel Simiu, I can never say his name. I don't know whether that is his name or not. Gone to Ipswich. That is a good loan deal for him because I think he's good, but he needs game time. In between episodes then, when it comes to matches, we've not been particularly great. We have dropped down from 4th, I think we were 4th, maybe even 3rd at the end of last episode, down to 7th place. And that is mostly because we've played a very good set of teams throughout January. Losing to Chelsea, losing to Man City, losing to Chelsea once again. We did beat Brentford, a 91st minute winner from Marco Lavaja. We beat Norwich as well, we beat West Ham as well. So we're doing okay. We're beating teams that you'd hope we would beat, but we are losing teams against the ones you'd expect us to lose against. Today, it's going to be Blackpool? It's not Blackpool or Blackburn, it's Burnley. It's up in the right part of the country. It's Burnley and Everton. We're not going to play the Blackpool game on camera because I expect we're probably going to win that. So, for the Burnley game then, it's going to be Bazunu in goal, Livramento, Harwood-Bellis, Salisu and Wana in defence. Wana is playing in defence because we sold Pero, we have a suspension to Walker-Peters, and we have an injury to Frabotta, which means we have no left-backs. We've also just loaned out Thierry Small. So even our third, fourth choice left-back is currently not in the club anymore. So it was a mistake, okay? It was a mistake to loan out Thierry Small on deadline day, but we did it. Onyeka, Lavia and Ward-Prowse in midfield. Teller, Brobby and Livaja leading the line. Makoko is on the bench, but as you can see from his previous however many games, he's been rubbish. So has Chileta Sarr. Aribo's not been great either. So we're playing the better of our players. Maybe Salisu shouldn't be playing either. Let's do Bella Kotchap. Let's go for that. 18 minutes played. Taylor Harwood-Bellis controls it in the penalty area. I've just realised it's another double-barreled defender, isn't it? We've gone and signed another one. Churlinov crosses the ball in. Harwood-Bellis clears. Teller controls it against his former team, his current team in real life. Playing very, very well for Burnley, isn't he? It is, who is it? Brian Brobby with the ball. Back to Paul Wanner. Onyeka. Lavia on the right-hand side. Teller needs to run in that space. He's not gone for it. Lavia holds up play. Livramento with an early yellow card. Nathan Teller collects it. Plays it in the middle to Livaja. Long-range effort from the Croatian. It's a good save from Bond. Ward-Prowse is going to go over to take the corner then, right-footed, as Romelu Lukaku scores for Chelsea against Man United. Not sure why that's relevant, I just saw it in the corner. Frank Onyeka collects, but I think this highlight's dead. It is. Bond with a goal kick, half hour played. Over the halfway line, Onyeka intercepts it though, that's good. Finds Nathan Teller, through ball to Brian Brobby, one-on-one with the keeper, goes wide. It's taken a deflection off McNally and Bond can hold on to that. Brobby always seems to get in those positions, similar to Adam Armstrong last season, and doesn't take anywhere near as many chances as he perhaps should. How have we not scored? Bella Kotchap hits the post. Ward-Prowse is trying to keep this highlight alive, goes back to Livramento, and the highlight ends there. Another chance goes begging. And at half-time, it is 0-0. We have been comfortably the better side. We've had 7 shots, 4 on target. Do that one. Sure, didn't work. Right now, we just kind of click that one and hope for the best. Didn't really fire too many people up, did it? Right, into the second half, no changes. Brobby, Ward-Prowse struggling. Wanner's struggling as well, but he is definitely out of position, so I'm not too concerned about that. Think we're going to do an early change, and by change, we're going to do that. Swap over Ward-Prowse to be the DLP. He doesn't seem to work as a box-to-box midfielder, which probably makes sense, doesn't it? Aribo's going to come on as well, and I think we just stick for that. We're going to bring Makoko on at some point for Livaja, because we need to get Yusufa to score some goals. Second half has been extremely uneventful until now. Hopefully this is the opening goal of the game. It's Lavia, not Livaja. Wout Weghorst with the ball. Loses out to Onyeka, but loses out to Harrison Reed. And now Burnley can possibly come forward. Harwood-Bellis for us though. Where are you going? In towards Bella Kotchap. Ward-Prowse. 3 of the double-barreled boys passing between them. Go long. Or not. Go short. Fair enough. Onyeka facing away from goal. Spreads it out wide to Wana. Chests it down, keeps hold of the ball though as well. The young Austrian, making just his second appearance for the club, crosses it in. It's a weird cross. Teller to Lavia, over the top to Livramento. That's a good ball. First time cross, Joe Aribo was there, and the substitute Joe Aribo puts the ball in the back of the net. 70 minutes on the clock, we take the lead. Tino Livramento with the assist. Paul Wanner heavily involved in that. With that ball there, that was a superb bit of football. Lavia's pass as well was great. All of that was very good football. Now that we have the lead, Makoko can come on. We're going to take Ward-Prowse off as well for Antonio Blanco. So we're going to see the Spanish midfielder as well make an appearance today. We do also have one more sub to do, which looking at it, I don't know what I'm going to really change. We've got 7 minutes to play. We've got another highlight, Livramento to Makoko. The future signing loses out to Taylor. And we need to get this ball, otherwise I'm concerned that Burnley might get themselves another chance. They've had literally one all game, but, you know, football manager being football manager might mean they'll score their next one. Teller collects from Makoko. Goes for a run. Dinks it over. That was a shot. That was a shot, Nathan. The commentary said it deserved a goal at the end of that. It didn't. It definitely didn't deserve a goal. We've got 1 minute to play. And Burnley have a free kick in a good position. Taylor's going to take it. Curling effort. And Charlie Taylor makes it 1-1. All it took was one chance. One free kick. And we've thrown away 2 points. They had 2 shots on target. They had 2 shots on target all game, and they've stolen a point. Why have we stopped being able to finish? Why have we just stopped being able to score goals? I don't know what it is. Oh, and even better news, Tino Livramento is now suspended for the next match as well, but I think we're going to have Walker-Peters back, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. 3 days' time, we play Blackpool. However, we're going to come back for the Everton game on the 18th of February, which is hopefully going to be another win, but we are away from home, and they are up in 5th. Back for the Everton game then, and let's not talk about the Blackpool game. We didn't lose. We didn't win. We drew 1-1. Shea Adams with a goal. They then scored. We've now got a replay. Anyway, we've got to play Everton in the league, which is much more important. It's going to be Bazunu in goal, Walker-Peters, Harwood-Bellis, Salisu, and Wana as a left-back once. Again, this is because Tino Livramento is now suspended, which is marvellous, isn't it? Ward-Prowse, Onyeka, Lavia in midfield, Aribo, Brobby, and Makoko leading the lines. Makoko is getting worse. We've spent £50 million on this man. He needs to score goals. When I was talking about transfers earlier, I forgot to mention one transfer that is going to take place in the future, in the summer, and I will tell you him at the end of the episode because basically it's a good one. It's a very good transfer. I'm annoyed we couldn't get it done in January, but yeah, here we go. He's going to join in the summer, and it's going to make Season 3 for a very interesting final season with Southampton. 10 minutes on the clock, and Dele Alli has a free kick in Charlie Taylor territory, and he puts it in the top corner. So if you want a free kick, you want it there. You want it exactly on that spot because you will put it into the top corner. Everton take the lead. It's the first highlight of the game, and there was nothing we could do about that. And since the goal, we are getting shots away. None of them really on target, only 2 on target, but we have an XG of 1.01 already, and we've not seen a single shot of ours. So they're clearly reasonable shots, but easily savable as well, if that makes sense. Not worthy of a highlight. Patterson's ball back to Pickford, well outside of his area. Lenglet forward to Ghana, back to Lenglet, now to Corey, intercepted, stolen away by Onyeka. Makoko goes for goal, and Youssoufa Makoko has finally scored his first goal in 12 games, something like that. We've equalised. Makoko back in the goals. This is what we've needed as a team. Not just him, we need him to be scoring the goals like he was at the start of the season. Almost at half-time. We've got 1 minute and 10 seconds left of injury time to play. Walker-Peters chests it down well for Dele Alli to collect it. In the middle to McNeil. Loses out to Salisu. That is good bit of defending from the Ghanaian. Back to Bazunu. Big kick over the halfway line. Brobby's going to get on the end of this. Brian Brobby takes a few touches, goes for goal, tries to chip it over Pickford, who kept hold of the ball and walked it off for a corner. One final chance then. 20 seconds left. Ward-Prowse is going to take it. Stick it on Salisu's head. That's what we want to see. It's towards Brobby. Ward-Prowse doesn't want to try and keep that in. Wins another corner. I don't know why Brobby's at the front post. He shouldn't be the man who's at the front post. That's just weird to me. Shouldn't be him. It's Ward-Prowse again towards Brobby, and this time it is cleared. The half-time whistle goes. We have a 1-1 draw. We are the better team. We basically just got done by a free kick. No changes at half-time. All I've done is a couple of tweaks to our corners so we don't have our left winger. And Michaelenko's just scored for Everton. They've had 2 chances and scored them both. Okay, they've had 5 chances and scored twice, but still, we are defending horrendously badly. On the hour mark, are we going to get ourselves a second equaliser? Onyeka to Wana, down the line. Brobby collects it in the middle. Makoko's there. His effort this time is saved. Keeps it alive. I'm not really sure what he was trying to do there. He kept the ball alive and did nothing. Patterson with a throw for Everton. Back to Branthwaite. Back to Patterson on the right-hand side. Goes for a little run. I'm not sure who that's with him. It's still Patterson. Brobby can steal the ball though. That's good. Off towards the right-hand side to Michaelenko for them. What a weird pass, Brobby. Brobby's on a 6.7 somehow. Aribo's on a 6.4. Are you basically being blamed because the 2 players who scored both play on the left-hand side, and Aribo's taken the blame for that. Michaelenko's got past Aribo with ease as well. It's stopped by Bazunu, cleared by Salisu. Right, substitutions time. Aribo is coming off. Shea Adams is coming on. Harwood-Bellis for Bella Kotchap. What else do we do? Ward-Prowse is rubbish, isn't he? He's absolutely rubbish. We're gonna do Harry Winks as the DLP. Going to be making his Premier League debut for Southampton then, coming off the bench. He did play in the cup game, which obviously ended up in a draw. Final 10 minutes of the match, and we've got a corner. Winks is the man to take it. Bella Kotchap's at the front post. This time it's cleared, and Idrissa Gueye going to collect it. Winks intercepts and kicks it straight into Shea Adams. Why was Adams not paying enough attention there? And now Everton possibly with a counter chance. Dele Alli lumps it towards the middle. Intercepted, sort of. Still Everton with the ball. Down the left, Ali Back to Michaelenko. The 2 goal scorers combining, crosses it in, and Dwight McNeil makes it 3-1. They've had three chances. They've had 3 decent highlights go their way and scored all 3 of them. It's been another one of those games where defensively we've been awful. Going forward, we've actually been okay. We should have scored more goals. We got an XG of 1.6. They got an XG of 7, or 0.7, and we lose 2-1. How do we stop this? Consistency, defensive consistency is a problem. It's a real problem. If I take a look at some of our players, they're just bad all the time. So here we are, sorting by our last 5 games when it comes to performances. There's a theme there, isn't there? I mean, arguably you can take Paul Wanner out. He's only played twice for us, but a right back, a goalkeeper. You've got Harwood Bellis is there, Salisu's there, Kasunu's there. All of these are our defenders. All of them are our defenders playing badly. Playing well, the only defender is Livramento. That's it. And he can't play every game because he keeps getting injured. So something's not working with our defence, and I don't know what it is. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. Next episode, we are going to go to the Europa League knockout stages. I don't even know who we're going to be playing. It's not even been drawn yet. So, yeah, there's round of 16 will be drawn on the 1st of March. We will be taking our first matches then on the 14th of March, maybe the 15th or 13th. Not quite sure how Europa League games work, whether they stagger them during the week. Doesn't matter. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this somewhat disappointing episode. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and this is who is going to be joining in the summer. Don't give it away in the comments, okay? Don't give it away in the comments, but we are signing Endrick. We are signing Endrick in the summer. He's going to be just turning 18 years of age. I can't remember how much for. It's not a huge amount. It's like £15 million we're signing him for. It means next season we might need to go 2 up top. Makoko and Endrick. 2 Wonderkids. Both of them still teenagers as well. Anyway, like I said, don't say anything in the comments, and I'll see you next time.